Well, hello there. It's bright out here. I'm getting warm. Now I'm going to sneeze. All right. So we haven't been filming a lot lately. Haven't posted anything in a while. There'll be something posted before this comes out, but I just had life get in the way. I've been working on the car when I've had a chance here and there, but so here's where we are. We took about 4 steps forward and then about 9 steps back, but we're finally moving forward again, and like really moving forward. So the Hooker Super Comp headers are on. The motor is set back down on the motor mounts. Pulley kit is on, belt is tight. I did manage to get the transmission lines fed back through there. I need to get some new rubber line on there. These originally didn't have a flare on the end of it, and it was double clamped. Well, I put a little flare on it. It's not great, but I figure a little flare and double clamp it is better than no flare and double clamped. Under the car, we have yeah, ignore that. The collector extensions are on. Cross members back in. Drive shaft safety loop is put back in. I had to take it out because I thought I was going to use the I thought with the other headers, the way the collectors were pointed, I couldn't get mufflers, blah blah blah. Transmission line here is hooked back up. I still need to tighten up the bolt on the idler arm and tighten up the bracket on the frame. The starter is in. The torque converter bolts are in. Before this thing goes anywhere on the road, I need to come under here with a grease gun, and everything with a grease zert in it, grease it. Because, I mean, look at all this stuff under here. I mean, all of this stuff was new after we got the car. We replaced everything. Lower and upper control arm bushings, the ball joints, tie rod ends, inner and outer, drag link. I mean, everything under this car was replaced for suspension wise. Let's see what else. Oh, the homemade cross member is out and a factory one is put back in. This one probably weighs, I don't know what, 3.5, 4 pounds, 4 pounds maybe. Whereas that homemade one made out of the same stuff that these are made out of, it probably weighed 15 pounds. I know when I pulled the thing out of here and I said it probably weighs 30 pounds. I was just being facetious, but it probably legitimately weighs every bit of 15 pounds. There it is. I mean, look at it. I mean, that thing's beefy. Bolt it on the front of something and use it as a push bar. All right, so here's the muffler, tapered reducer that slip on. We'll get those put on there. Yeah, I know, they're Flowmasters. I don't remember what series they are. 40 series? I don't know what they say on it. I don't know. I'm not a big Flowmaster guy, but I got them for Christmas in 94, 95, somewhere in there. And there's nothing wrong with them. They're not rusty. They sound okay. I mean, and I don't have to pay anything for them because I already have them. And that's the best part. So that's why we're going to use them. All right, I guess we need to get busy. They're saying on the weather.com that it might storm after 3 o'clock, and I did determine why there's a shock missing. So if we come down here and take a look, you can see the bottom of the shock is still bolted in here. So it clearly broke the shock. So that's why I pulled it out of there. Not because I pulled it out and put it on something else, but because it was broke. So it at least explains that. Yeah, see, There's grease zerks on here, which those did not come with from the factory. And that's why all the old Mustangs go squeaky, squeaky, squeaky when they go down the road. It's because these shafts get dry. Usually what guys will do is they will torch a hole this way and then put a straight grease zert in it, because you can't hardly get to that. But because we had all this apart, we put grease zerts in it. All right, I reckon we might be about done. You can see there's a few raindrops. And if you look through the clouds over there, that's pretty gray right there, that whole mess. So the few drops that we've gotten was Mother Nature's way of saying, hey, I'm getting ready to rain. You might want to pick all your crap up and go in the house. So what have we got done? Well, we got the plugs in. Plugs are in and tight. We tidied up a little of the wiring under here, just because everybody seems to get so irritated when people use T-nuts on them. I left that one on there because I'm a jerk like that. It won't hurt anything. If it falls off, the only thing it runs is this fan, which I've got now back attached because all of the zip ties that were holding it were broken. I got new line on here, so that's done. The starter cable is hooked back. Starter cable is hooked back up. And it's starting to rain again. The idler arm is tight to the frame, and it is tight to the drag link, so we've got that done under there. We still need to zip tie like the starter cable, keep it away from the headers. Put a couple zip ties on the cooler lines just to kind of hold them in place. Then there's one spot where they're pretty close to the headers, which they've probably always been that way, but I want to put some heat tape on them just because, I mean, as you get older, you try to pay more attention to stuff like that. So we're definitely old. That being said, I think I need to go in the house before I get really wet, and that's probably going to do it for today. We might get all of this edited at some point, so until then, see you later.